to remember the victims of Nazism.
This was the road of death for many of Salaspil's prisoners. The wall marks the place where hundreds of them were shot. Now another monument is planned just meters away, only this time to German soldiers.
The Germans left the camp in 1944, fleeing the advancing Soviet army. Later, more than 100 German prisoners of war were buried here. Now Germany wants to put up several crosses and a plaque with the soldiers' names. A German-Latvian agreement on war graves allows the construction, but the project is causing outrage among the death camp's survivors.
People always bring toys, sweets and bread here.
Ivan Gavrilov and Yelena Gribuna were both only 6 when they were taken to Salaspils. Returning to where the children's barracks used to stand is always painful.
We didn't know whether our parents were dead or alive. Food was scarce. We were just skin and bones, living corpses.
We're not against cemeteries for German soldiers, but not at the former death camp.
The German soldiers were buried on what is now a heritage site protected by Latvian law, but the authorities gave the project the green light, saying they were not aware of the camp's survivors' concerns.
It won't affect the look of the memorial complex. It's not like they're building a supermarket there, and the memorial complex is completely separate from the burial site.
But it looks like that's not the case. A path is being built linking the two. For Salaspil's survivors, this only adds insult to injury. Still, the local organization that manages the project insists there's nothing inappropriate.
Getting emotional about it is inappropriate. Our history is rich in contradicting facts. It's a perfectly suitable site for a cemetery, and memorials of different kinds can very well exist together.
Latvia is keen to rethink its Soviet past. The Museum of Occupation in Riga, opened after the collapse of the Soviet Union, makes little difference between Nazi occupation and Latvia's years within the USSR. Last spring, Latvia's neighbor Estonia removed a Soviet war memorial from the center of the capital Tallinn, sparking violent riots. Some believe it makes the Salaspils controversy all the more acute.
Leaving these graves where they are is very dangerous. They may become the focus of vandalism and inter-ethnic tensions. But asking to relocate them is equally bad, because we'll then be playing the role of gravediggers.
Salaspil's survivors see the authorities' actions as rewriting history. They say as long as they live, they'll be telling their side of the story. But they're afraid that after they're gone, the legacy of Salaspils will be forgotten. Svetlana Kurakina, RT, Salaspils, Latvia.
Can hobbies affect your chances of improving?